So this place might look familiar to some of my regular followers. I'm over at my sister's house. I'm cat sitting while they're away. And if you remember in the past, I had a video of the ceiling fan extravaganza. I had a video of this ceiling fan and of this one in here and all the ones upstairs, and that's not what this video is about. A long time ago, I had a video on my sister's GE Millennia washer. We had a video on this hubcap washer, piece of crap. It's still here. It still works. And all the washer twerp said, tell her to get a Speed Queen. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. No, she's not getting a Speed Queen. This thing is still working. Fortunately, these people, my sister and her boyfriend, are of the mindset that if something is working, leave it well enough alone. And that's a great mindset to have. But the problem happens when they go into, well, if it dies, I'll buy a new one. And here's that old GE dehumidifier that just crapped out. It was a newer style one. How new, I don't know. But it wasn't making cold inside and therefore not dehumidifying. So what did they do? They went back to their old standby. The one that I guess maybe I found this from my sister. It's yellowed. It's horrible. I think it's a Hampton Bay or something dehumidifier. There's a bunch of these around between me, XJoe81X, and my sister. So there's a bunch of these around, and they're old and they work. It's not turned on now. I don't know, but whatever. So they went back to something that was working. Why the new one? I don't know. Maybe it was more efficient. I don't know. But the problem lies where getting a new one. They don't really understand the fact that buying a new one is not a good idea. Because a new one, like that GE dehumidifier, is a piece of crap. And it doesn't work. And it doesn't last. I agree with that the new stuff doesn't work. And I will do anything in my power to keep an old machine, whether it be a dehumidifier, a washer, you name it, working as long as possible to avoid it having to be replaced with a brand new one. But let's talk about brand new. If you like driving an old car and it keeps breaking down on you and somebody says, hey, I have this car, it's 3 years old, and I can't drive anymore because I got blinded somehow and whatever. Here's a new car. It's only a couple of years old, so to you it's pretty new. But if you don't pay for it, that's okay. You can run it for as long as you need to, as long as it's going to work. As far as fixing it and keeping it running, that's a touchy area, because if it is new, at least now in like 2021 or these late 2019, 2018 kind of things, how long is anything made now actually going to run? But then again, what's it going to be like 10 years from now, 20 years from now? It's going to be a lot worse than it is today. So there is certainly still some of that aspect going on, but they don't get the point that if something is old, let's fix it. Let's try to keep it working so I don't have to go and get a new one. But if they get a new one that they don't pay for, well, then again, it solves the problem of the old one being broken, and that's going to bring us over to the air conditioners. Ceiling fan? No fan. Just today, the light with a really nice delay. In the bedroom, oh, that's different. It's a lower. Yeah, definitely a lower model than that Whirlpool that was here. And it's got Chinametronics controls. Now, I'm sorry I don't have better lighting, nor a less shaky kind of thing, if that even shook any, because I'm just doing this quick. This unit arrived. Now, I don't think it's new, as in brand new. It's probably a few years old, not terribly old, certainly nowhere near as old as that Whirlpool that used to be here. But I had a video of that, and the fan motor in it started making some horrific noise. And I said to my sister, hey, okay, it's making noise, no problem. Let me come over. We'll take it out of the window. Now, because of my back problems, I'm not pulling it out of the window, so her boyfriend can pull it out of the window. I don't care if you put it on the floor right here on a piece of cardboard. I'll look at it right here. It's all right. But let's try to fix it. But no, they got a new one. Now, like I said, it's not brand new, and I believe somebody gave this to them. So, in that regard, okay, but I still would have liked to at least attempt to have fixed the Whirlpool that was here. As far as I was aware, it would freeze them out, or at least my sister claimed it did, but she gets cold when it gets anywhere below like 80, so I don't know. Anyways, it's here, and this is it. So let's take a little bit better look at it, maybe. I don't have any better light. I didn't bring my whole rig or anything, so we'll just do the best with what we have. So this is a lower model ABC123. I have no idea. I can't get the camera in this little area to show you the label. Looks like a 5000 BTU unit. I don't know anything more about it, except I'm sure that it absolutely sucks. Will it blow cold? Yeah, out of a vent that's only this big, where the Whirlpool was like, you know, this big in comparison. And how many BTU that was? 5,000 for sure, maybe 6, I don't know. Anyway, let's try to turn it on. Okay, nothing? There it goes. Probably blowing at the camera, but I don't have any better whatever. Gaudy display with the red and green. It's not frickin' Christmas in the summer when you're going to be using one of these. Let me see if I could just move the camera maybe off to the side like this so the thing isn't shooting directly on it. Probably not much better. Might even be worse. See if I could just... That might be enough right there. I don't know. It's moving air a lot. Not really. It's kind of like an old car the AC doesn't work too well in. It says 81. I guess that's the inside temperature. I am sweating balls in here. It's hot. It went down to 80, I guess, because I'm standing here kind of getting the cold air into it. Temperature gun says 71, 69, 68. Yeah, 68 was the best I got out of it. Not great, certainly. Is it cooler than the air in here? Oh yeah, sure is. But other than that, 66 I saw quick. 65 right here. '63 even. So it is getting a bit colder. Let me let it cook for a few minutes and we'll try it again. So this has been running for a good 5 minutes now. 54, that's rather impressive. 53, that's the lowest I saw. It's 50 to 60 coming out of it. Certainly better than in the room. It claims 77. I don't buy that, because again, we're in a small area like this. Not the best place for it, but there is an outlet here, and I guess that's why. And the old people who used to own the house have one here. It has fan speeds. That's pretty fancy. So there's high. 54. 53. 51 I saw. Yeah. That's it. Not much difference between high and medium. Low gives it more of a buzz. Is it cold coming out? 49 even. That's impressive. Is it cold coming out? It's alright. But again, when you got a vent this big, and then again with a room only this size, I'm sure it'll do okay. Like I said, not like that Whirlpool used to do, but if it was free, well, you know, okay. If you bought this thing brand new, Woof. That's rough. 51, 53, something. So that's it. The display, if you can see, I'll see if you can see. Yeah, it's multiplexed. I can see the flicker in the green LEDs. The red, not so much, but definitely the green, that's multiplexed. What this thing does, I can't read it. Timer? I don't know. It's got buttons, crazy buttons and shit on it you don't need. Stupid shit. 48. Is there a remote? I don't see one laying around. That doesn't mean there is or isn't. But there's not one next to the bed, so I don't know. If there was a remote, they probably wouldn't even use it. They'd just get up and walk over to it like you used to do with the old TV with the knobs and shit. So anyway, that's this one. Okay, you can hear the refrigerant. That says a little something. Not too much, but it says something. In another room, there is another air conditioner where there never used to be one. That's rather interesting. This is a Kenmore. You can try and read the label if you'd like, but it's a Kenmore. Doesn't say Kenmore except for right there. No, not even. You'd think it would say, oh, maybe it does. It's barely embossed into the plastic. You can hear it. Barely embossed into it. Really, really, really junky. You can see daylight through it. I mean, not all the way through, but you can see the daylight coming in. This does have a mechanical knob, low and high fan speed, and power on and off. A physical switch. That's interesting. Let me get the tripod set up and we'll turn this one on and see how unappealing it is. Fan speed is set to low. It's not plugged in. Is it not plugged in? Let me see. Let me check. Yes, it was not plugged in. I don't know why. I mean, the switch fully kills power because it's an actual main switch. So now, let's see. Well, the fan is bouncy crooked. It turns on. The airflow is beyond weak. It kind of blows up and out. See if I could get it between fan speeds. Yeah, look, now you can see it. Look at that joke. Seems to spin for a long time. But look how imbalanced. Takes a long time to get up to speed. Yeesh. Oh man. But again, if it was free, who's to complain? Let me see if I could put the camera off to the side so I don't block the entire shot. There. Barely cool. 75. 74. Let's try high fan. Makes more noise. 73. Put it back to low where it was. How is this acceptable? If it's free and it doesn't work at all, then obviously it was worth nothing. But if it's free and it does work, even if it is new, well, it was free. I hear a lot of refrigerant sounds. Yikes. 68. Alright, well, I'll let this cook for a few, and we'll see. Could you imagine this as your only air conditioner? Poor airflow, not very cold, and of the refrigerant going around. I couldn't sleep with this thing. I guess if you wanted fan only, you could turn the thermostat all the way down or all the way up, depending how you want to articulate it. This has numbers that increase to go colder. Burp. So in that regard, you turn it all the way down. Okay. Weird logic there, but 63. Ooh, 60. Ooh, 60. 58. 57. 55. Something's cold in there. 50. 44? Yeah, it's not 44, because coming out here is, yeah, no way. And the other thing that I've told many times is the longer you leave this thing with the red dot there actually sensing stuff, it's like, I don't know if the China components like get cold and then they read erroneously, or maybe, because this is the laser and this is the sensor, so maybe the cold air like gets in that cavity, because it goes in, oh, maybe almost an inch deep there, and maybe that's why, and it takes a while for it to recover from that when you're pointing it at something that's blowing like that. Perhaps that's why. I'm seeing 57, 55 high speed. No real difference. 53. 50, 48, you know, here, we'll do this again. 42, how cold can it get? 41, 40, wow, this new piece of 39 degrees! 62, 38 degrees, 37, 36, look how good this new piece of shit is, man! Wow! I don't know if there's a date of manufacturer on here. Not that I could read. It's my old tired eyes. Use on single outlet circuit only. And it pulls 530 watts? Is that what that says? Single outlet for 530 watts? Really? That's strange. We'll put it back to low. And we'll let this cook for a few. It's nice when you're right here. Seems to work here. Woo! wouldn't say it's absolutely frigid, but it's been running. I am seeing a good 50-something degrees, 53, 52, even 49. The coldest spot was here, and immediately it's showing like 41, but, you know, why can't it just be 41 across the whole thing? I don't know. Because of the interesting up vent design, I kind of always like these, in a sense, because they sort of create like a sideways whirlpool, if you will. Because, you know, Kenmore, Whirlpool, okay, bad joke. But it sort of kind of makes the room, the air in the room do that. So I kind of always like that. And interestingly enough, if you put this on high, oh, this'll never do. Can't have lights on fans, nope. No, no, no. There. So now, if you put this on high, I can't see what fucking switch it is now. It was that one. And we wait. Oh, oh, oh! It makes the fan go round! But only on high, not on low. There's just not enough chooch for it to do that. But it'll actually make the fan go, because again, the way it sends the air up in the room, it's kind of blowing toward the ceiling in that regard. Different manufacturers, different designs, different ideas. Back to low. Will the fan stop? You think? Look at it still spin. It's still going. Okay, it stopped. Yay. Everybody be quiet. The fan is spinning down. Any sudden move could get a fan or air conditioner twerp derailed with their jergens, and we would not want that. Because if you think they're sexually frustrated now, imagine. It's kind of like when you're jerking off and the phone rings. You ever have that happen? I wouldn't know anything about that. Don't make any sudden moves. It's slowing down. Do you think it'll stop? Do you think it'll stop? No, I guess it won't. Oh, and look, it's imbalanced. There, now it's stopped. It turned back on. I'll put it back where I found it. And I'll unplug it like I found it. Because if you're going to fuck with shit that you don't own, you leave it in the same or, even better condition than you found it. So I'm going to go and unplug this. It was on low, it was on 6, it was off, and it was unplugged, and that's exactly how I'm going to leave it. So as I bask in the flickery warm glow of LEDs that are making believe they're warm white, these are weird. I can't, I don't know. Some people can live with this shit. I can't. Incandescents, old school ACs, you know, that's that. But, like I said, if it's free and it works, as far as it working, that's a little bit debatable. They are putting out colder air than the room is. So in that regard, it works, kinda. I don't know, but whatever happened to that old Whirlpool, it was probably thrown out. I don't know. They're away now. I can't ask, and it's not really anything I'm interested in trying to find out. Chances are very good that if I asked, oh yeah, we threw that thing out because we got these for free, and they work, and I don't know. What's the point of having it in the window, not plugged in? Especially if it's got an actual main switch. Can't quite figure that one out. But I don't live here, so I don't know. It's just an odd thing that people do. It's strange that the lamp here, that's plugged in. It's turned off, but it's plugged in. That's okay. So I don't know. I don't get it. This is sort of just a spare bedroom. They don't use this as like an office or anything like that. There's like clothes and stuff in this thing. It's kind of open because I guess the cat goes in there or something. I really don't know. There's a day bed over on this side here. So maybe if they have guests, this would be the guest room, and the guest could be comfortable, if I may make liberal use of air quotes. Maybe that's why it's here, but I don't know. It just is. If their washing machine ever dies, please, I will try my absolute damnedest to have them buy a Speed Queen or get an old direct drive, especially since I can fix anything on a direct drive that breaks. I can fix it. I can get parts and I can fix it. I know the ins and outs of that entire machine. That would be a wise move. They generally don't even break, but if something does go wrong, I can fix it. That would be a very wise move. They'd have it fucking forever. But, Seymour was getting rid of his HE front loader spaceship. It was free. Does it wash? It'll go through the motions at least. Kind of like these air conditioners. They went through the motions. Did they do a great job like a vintage unit? No. But trying to get my sister to understand this. They got it with the dehumidifier, but that was only because the old one was still there and it still worked. So I'll try my damnedest, but no promises, no guarantees. Who knows how long that GE washer is going to last? But that's how it works in this place. Again, this is not my life. This is not my house. This is not my place. So I can't control any of it. I can help guide it in the right direction. But if they want to veer off this way, that's what's going to happen. So that's it. I'll get a new one. Well, fine. If you're going to get a new one, as long as it's free, I guess that's all right if you're okay with less than satisfactory performance. Anyway, that's going to wrap this video up. I got to feed the cat, get the fuck out of here because it's fucking hot in here. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.